Welcome back to Oldman Gaming, and welcome back to Gold Mining Simulator Season 41. And as you can see, we're at Nighthawk. I have moved over. I have set everything up, and cause I need to look at the map first. Well, let's look at the leaderboard first. Like you, I'm wondering where I'm at. Ooh, we're 13k down, dude. That's a lot. Or no, wait a minute. My brain is off today, so not 13k. I'm all like about 2k down at the most. All right, well that's actually pretty good. I haven't looked at seasonal. We're not going to do a seasonal just yet. Wanted to go back to the map. I don't think we got an amazing map. As you can see, I didn't even drill it all out. But I mean, the good stuff isn't too far down. Till you get further up here, this stuff is buried a bit, and this stuff back here. So we're probably going to dig out this area. I was going to go right up here first to start getting some gold. I don't know which ones I want to do. They're all... Six. That one's... Wait. I thought it was that. I would like, okay, those two are great. So probably we'll just start with those two. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Although this is 2 meters, there's not much in this one. It just has, well, we could like chuck it maybe. But we'll highlight that one. So I think we'll roll the excavator up there. As you see, I got the drill machine. I didn't get rid of it. I mean, I rented it and I haven't returned it. It's past midnight, so we rented it again, which is fine because I want to use it for light. Since, I mean, it's almost as good as the dump truck. I think the dump truck really does have the best, like, light spread in the game, but I think the drill machine's actually cheaper. I think. I can't quite remember. So, I mean, if I want to do more drilling, I'll look around. After drilling, so it's another new day too. It's not like we're on the same day that I left, and I said, okay, I'll get set up by about 1 p.m., which is right. I think it was 1, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the game. And then I'm like, I actually spent 30k to do like 40 drills. And then I was like, well, hasn't opened up enough for me. I need to see a little more. And so I think this, is it full? Is it empty? Well, how long it took for it to show up, I want to guess it's empty. Yeah. So that means we have yet another full day where we can dig. Like, honestly, a full day. It's barely after midnight. Just got to get a few things set up and then we'll be on our way. So I'm going to run this guy over there for some light. Yeah, it might even be the same kind of light spread as the dump truck, because this is a lot. And if you don't know why, I don't use the light trailers because they kind of suck. They're really hard to maneuver into place. The setup time takes a long time. These, you just fill them up with gas and park them where you want to see You know, and when you want to move, you get in, you move it around really quick. You don't have to go get the truck, hook it up, take down the legs, turn it off, turn it on, whatever. You know, just like a lot of little monotonous things to go through to set up the trailers, and then you know, if you've got the big, or if you've got like the Insta Fuel perk, then it's so. Oh my gosh, bro, you're slow. And it's so easy to refill them. It takes like seconds. All right. So we can back up quite a bit and have quite an amount of. Let's get that dump truck up here and we're ready to rock and roll. Although this thing probably needs some fuel as well. It's fuller than I thought, to be honest. Maybe we'll fill it up anyway. We're right here. All the little things you gotta do to get going. I did run like we had some dirt left in the system, so I ran it through. I know everything works, so we should be ready to rock and roll with some real dirt. And yeah, so I think we're gonna be doing just fine here. I don't know what side I want to park on. Actually, it's probably going to be better the other side because I can't get up there enough on this side. I wonder if... I was going to say, or check, not check, but move my stuff around a little bit for better, like, jumping back and forth through them, but I clicked the wrong button, so and I'm not too worried about it. So let's take a bit off the top here. We'll go dump it, and then we'll get busy on the square here. I think we need to take more than that off. Because this will all be crap dirt. Yeah, we're not quite, although. I know that quite a bit of this square is going to just be like, you know, overburden. But I don't have a problem. Like, we got all day to dig, so we're going to be fine. We'll probably end up with, I don't know, a million or so, at least. Oh, I keep dumping it on the ground. Not my best. Why does it get bigger at the end there? Heck. Like, my shovel have like a hole in it or something? Because I pass by, it dumps more dirt out. I almost don't want to take any more off because I'm gonna lose all the dirt in here. Alright, there we go. That's what I want to see. Now we'll just run this somewhere and dump it. Like over here on the bedrock. So this is one way to bulldoze. It's not very efficient, but it works when you want to get one square that's got a bit too much on it out. Oh. I want to guess there's only about a dump truck full of dirt in here anyway. Yeah, because it's a really shallow square, but it'll get us right into the next one that's got, oh my gosh. I'm not hitting my mark here. That's my problem today. Yeah, I thought this time I'd wait, and I mean, plus it was pretty late when I got all the setup done. But I had extra time to play last night because my son, he didn't think he needed to go to sleep, so we were up till like, I don't know, 2 or 3 a.m. So I'm like, you know, if you're gonna be up and crying and crap, I'm gonna be playing my game. At least I get some stuff done. So this is why we're here now. Otherwise, I think I'd just be setting up right now, which would have me even further behind. So there might be more than one dump truck. It's all good gold dirt, so we'll take it. Some of it's missing, I know. Wait, are we at no, we're not. Okay. I'm not even looking at the percentage anymore. I'm just dumping dirt in. How's it still at 98? We dropped quite a bit in there. Okay. The thing about digging up here is you're so far away, it takes a while to drive everything back. But it's good gold, so we'll take it. And right now the weather's good for processing the dirt, you know, no lightning. That, I don't know, last episode, man, we were just getting hit hard with it. At least with storms with lightning. I wasn't going to attempt it and keep the thing running. Or I blew out one engine. Because sometimes the strike will hit and both of your engines are gone. And that's like, you know, 4K or so every time that the thing goes or strikes. So it's not cool. Okay, so the water's hooked up there. What? How's it? It shouldn't have had any stuff in it. Oh well. I don't worry about it. So I've like ran it for a while, so it shouldn't have had any in it. Whatever. Do it from this. I don't want to. We'll just keep it from this side. I'll just work better at hitting the mark there. What? I guess we're going to be having dinner soon anyway. Mom went to go pick stuff up. Well, hey, buddy. Welcome to the world of fun and games, huh? Yeah, crap over here. A little easier to get right now. We'll have to back up and get the other junk. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. What's up? Oh, whoops. Missing it again. I guess I'm like, well, we're into the real rich dirt. I can waste some. Because I don't want to. I want every ounce of gold we can get. At least until we buy the claim and buy our equipment. And then well, I still want it because we're racing here. We're digging for a goal. See, I'm hoping to see a lot more gold out of this. Oh, buddy, why it gotta be like this? All right, come here. Remember, rules of the lap. No touching anything. You just gotta chill, okay? There you go. There you go. You're a funny little guy. Hey, please, sit back. What are you trying to do? It's like leaning over to the remote, but trying to like... I'm just trying to bite one of the controller, the joysticks. This kid's a little weird. Definitely doesn't take after his dad. Gotta be a mom thing. My wife's pretty level-headed. She's not weird. I think I would be the weird person, if anything. Almost just want to do the first single cleanup and see what we got. Where are you going, buddy? They likes to crawl around on my lap and get in my way. Hey, you can't sit like you want to get down, or you want to? Are you trying to get down? There you go. Here, have your pen. Yeah, there you go. Ah. I think we could back up some more. Yeah, I don't like... Let's go back to this. But I also want to just get a bunch of gold so that we can like start really putting ourselves on the leaderboard. Happy to finally be here at Nighthawk, where we shall make our home and never move again. There's no reason. He wanted to get down and have his bottle in his car seat, so he's chilling. He loves his car seat. Like, well, he won't sleep all night in it, but you know, sometimes he likes to go to sleep in it first. But he doesn't seem to like his crib at all. Put him in the crib, and all he does is scream. So I don't know what's wrong with the boy. I'm like, all right, yes, bedtime. Watch out, people. That's when you know it's old, when you like be looking forward to your bedtime, getting some sleep. You're like, oh yeah, it's bedtime, baby. Let's just make sure everything is flowing like we expect it to. 45, 44. Alright, and then it looks like we got all the mats and all the buckets, so I think we're on par to have a good Good old cleanup going on here. I guess we can dig on this side a little bit. Oh, I forgot we'd still find nuggets. That's nice, I guess. I don't necessarily need them. They give me a little extra money, but we're doing okay. So I think, with the drilling, I think I got an extra 60 ounces. Maybe it was 70. And that's why we're into the next day and still got 66K, because we got a lot from the drilling. I guess we should scoot back. We're starting to kind of drag again. Just over here on this side. That one escaped. Just bounced right on out. That's no fair. They should all just drop in nicely. So this, as our first claim, it's not great, so it didn't warrant, or I should say I wasn't going to do any bulldozing if I didn't have to reach down to the gold and get what I need. Now we need a couple million. If we don't get, at least what I want to do is buy the claim, and then we can re-roll. But first, I'd also like to actually buy the equipment, but it's not a necessity. We could rent it the whole leaderboard, and it wouldn't be a problem. But I like to not have to. It's better that way. Especially with the kind of cleanups we'll get out here, I think should be really good. And like this 800 ounce square is actually not very low, but it's a low square for what we normally are digging here in Nighthawk. So I've seen a few good maps on Nighthawk, and I think some of them have been 4 to 5 resets in. Depending on how much we dig here, we might have that much, that much money to play around with when we do the reset. But I'm not sure at this moment. I'm trying to get to the seasonal run earlier, so I got more time to dig. I'm always like out of time and can't get through the whole seasonal run before the leaderboard ends. Just frickin' need more time, dang it. And if y'all been looking and seeing on the DLC side, there is somebody that's copied my name a little bit, or for the most part. It says Oldman Game, or Oldman Gamer, something like that. But it's not me. I'm on the non-DLC side. So there is an imposter. Just wonder if they did as good as I do. I don't mind. I'm flattered that they wanted to copy my name. Try to fake people out that they're me. But no one I've heard describes gold digging in such a peaceful and tranquil tone as I do. A lot of people say that I have a very soothing voice, so that's cool. Glad to hear it. I've been almost thinking, since I've gotten so many of those comments, I ought to start a little storytelling channel. Stories with Oldman Gaming. But I'm like, I actually don't have I think that would be kind of cool and fun. I just don't know, like, how YouTube's so strict about copyright laws and everything. I don't know how it goes if you're just reading a story out of a book. What you can and can't use. So I haven't been really actively looking, but would be kind of a fun channel to go. I could just like play my Gold Rush games in the background just for a background view, and then that way I'm not stealing anyone's content or having to figure out what kind of crap to put in the background. And then we just read some stories, and maybe some of you can use it to go to sleep, Now, let me know what you think in the comments. And if any of you know about the like kind of legalities of it, that would be great too. If not, I can look it up. I just think that, heck, I could probably just ask ChatGPT. Oh, I am happy. Like, today's been a struggle for work, not because it was hard, but because the AI that I'm using got really stupid again. And I have to keep correcting it. Like, it really is like a very much a junior dev person that just has no clue. Well, not no clue, but it loses focus and starts doing odd things, and you're like, no, that's not what I asked you to do. Like today I was so I'm trying to design this like dashboard, and one thing first is you've got to you can create like a parent company name, and then on that same page it lists out all the parent companies you've created. Now you can click one and go into more details, like add users and add workspaces and different things like that. And but I had it all kind of on one page in the beginning, and I'm like, because I wasn't thinking about the list in the beginning, I was just click the button, find the I had create parent company button, so you just gave it a name, and then it would load up the information to do it. And then I'm like, oh, now that I want to add a user, I have to click multiple times to get somewhere, and I'm like, this doesn't feel kind of natural, like what you would expect, or easy. So I'm like, all right, back to the drawing board. And I'm like, okay, I want to split this up. I should have the list on one page, and then the actual info in another. Because like I said, I just didn't think about having a list there first. And so I said, because I know that I can do it, but it's a bit like it's a lot of work if I just do it by myself. And they've, I guess, the other dev, who's the head right now, he was, encouraging me to use this new AI. So I'm like, all right. And it sped things up a lot, all the menial tasks that would, take 5 or 10, 20 minutes for me to do, I can now do in 2 minutes. So it does speed up my workload. And so for this one, I was like, all right, let's use the AI. I've created the page, I just need to kind of separate some data and then move along. So I asked, you know, I've got these two boxes on the page and they're full of data. I'd like to take them and move them to a new page and then have this list just be its own page. And it just could not figure out what I wanted to do. I'm like, am I not like, am I explaining this very well? And like, I really had to like take baby steps with it to like get it to figure out what I was doing. And finally, we get it all worked out, and things look like they're starting to work. So I'm like, okay, let me see what's happening in the back end in the database, because we have a specific way we want the data to look in the back. And I look in there, and now I had corrected this the day before. At least I thought I had. No, it seemed to be working the day before, and then I get back in there. I see that it's like separated out all the data rather than kept it together in like a group. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this thing is just fighting me everywhere we go. So I had to run through the baby steps on that one, forming it. And it's still like so what I did is I'm like, okay, this would take me like 10 minutes if I just typed it all out myself. So I thought, you know what, I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll explain what I need and I'll ask it to give it to me as a JSON file, which is just like a really simple way to display like data in a database. And I knew that the AI I'm using in this IDE that we're using would understand it and go, oh, okay, now I know what to do. I need to fix the database this way and this way. And so, you know, ChatGPT gives me the JSON file. And I look at it and I'm like, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. ChatGPT can get it right. But anyway, so I paste in the file and I say, look, this is how the data structure in the database should look like. And it still took like 3 different iterations to get the damn thing to work right. And I'm like, God, it's supposed to speed things up, but I feel like half the day I'm just sitting here fighting with it. And I'm like, oh, give you a bit of a headache because it's just so dumb. It's supposed to be smarter than me, but it's faster at typing. I'll give it that much, but it's not very much, definitely not smarter in the line of code. Like, it can understand the code base faster than I can and probably see references in there that I don't see, which is like a good reason to use it. But it's like just the concepts that I'm trying to pass on to it, it's just no clue what's going on. And it's not like I'm not explaining it very well, you know, but it's too bad the claim didn't kind of stay that deep. Well, I mean, it could even go a bit deeper because we got a bit more stretch on this thing, but I mean, if you got the huge excavator, you got no problems, but you know, this is non-DLC, so it's a problem. What do you like? Yeah, there we go. That's a good shot. That's a good angle. Are you kidding me? I guess I didn't charge my controller, so I gotta find a cable that I could use to run it. Alright. There we go. Good to go. Good to go. Weird thing is, this controller won't charge when it's connected to a cable that's connected to the computer. I have like another charger that actually is probably an old charger for a phone. Like an older phone, you know, because it's like a USB mini or something. And so I have to use that to actually charge it if I want to go the wireless route. Surprised that didn't screw things up. Sometimes I plug this in and then all my audio gets jacked up. You know, it's like Windows. I didn't ask you to change my audio. I just plugged something in. Leave me alone, you know. Don't change nothing. But it's like I plug this in, and half the time it's like, oh, you've plugged in a controller that has a you know, like a sound jack. So now all your sound's going to be going there, even though I have for the past like whole day been using a mic and earphones on a different channel or device actually. I don't know. Windows can be dumb some days. Although of all the three, I still like Windows the best. Then I like Linux, and then I don't like Mac at all. I think Mac is a terrible operating system. Like for instance, today I'm in a meeting, right? And this is what I hate about Macs, right? Their window management sucks ass in a bad way. You know, like it. So you know, I tell you, I was designing this like new page, this kind of new dashboard, and so I had taken a screenshot of the part that was working because I had a meeting with my my boss today to see how things are going, and I changed some stuff and it didn't look the same, so I wanted to show him what the image was. The screenshot, which is like sitting there on my desktop. That's the other thing. Like Mac always saves everything to the desktop, which is retarded. If you look at a Mac user, they never see their desktop because they have 55,000 windows open. But on their desktop is 50,000 different stupid things in there. But anyway, another story. So I pull the image up while, you know, we're in the meeting and I share my screen. I pull the image up and I say, okay, this is what this is how it ought to be, or this is how I've designed it so far. And he's looking at it, he's like, okay, yeah, it looks pretty good. And then I click to another application and or like to the web browser so I can actually show what's in there now and kind of what I'm doing. Actually, we can probably, now we won't turn it off yet. I was thinking we'll turn it off. Ah, crap. There we go. You know, and then I wanted to go back to it, and like no matter what I did, like wow, you'd normally go back to it on a Mac, which is the stupidest thing because you can't just like control tab over like on Windows. You just, you know, like it lost it. I had to keep reopening the damn thing so I could show it every few minutes because it was just getting lost behind all the other shit that's open. Yes, I use a Mac. I have to for work, only because the way the like development system for our computers are set up, it uses this particular what is it? Oh, I can't think of the name of what it is. Like a certain command line. Well, it's called iTerm terminal. That's what it is, where it allows you to open up several like windows in the same, or maybe you call them tabs in the same window. It's got all these little scripts that open these up and run different things to set up the environment and allow us to like just write code and test it on our computer or like locally instead of using everything from the like setup that we have. Even though we do have a test server, and then we also have like the main server, and I always have to push everything to the test server so they can test it, and then when we all feel like it's good and working, then we send it off to production. In fact, I have quite a bit of stuff going to production probably Monday, but again, another story. but not a very long one, but you know. So that's just one like stupid quirky thing that is done by Mac. I mean, there's just lots of stupid things done on a Mac that is just retarded. You know, like the scrolling. They reverse the scrolling. So if you're on Windows and you go to a Mac, you'll notice it's like backwards. Now everyone that's on a Mac thinks the Windows is backwards, but Windows was first, so it's right. And to me, it just feels awkward to use it the wrong way. So at least that setting I can change, and I do change it so that it's the way I like it. And then like their file system, kind of the way it works, like they just limit you to everything. And okay, now the one reason I was actually on the dump truck, the one reason they do that, like limit you and kind of keep you hidden from some of the system resources, is not to protect you so that you don't wipe the hard drive and can't restart your computer or something. But they have a lot of really tight worked stuff that gives it its long battery life, you know, because like you're using a Windows device, it's going to run out of battery in a couple hours, whereas a Mac will run like all day. So that's about the only benefit I can give Mac, is that they figured out how to do battery management really well. But beyond that, everything else sucks. And now they even have their own CPU, which is interesting. I think, is it M4 or I forget what the model number is. I think it's M. But when I was in school, refreshing my skills, they had like the M2s at the time, so that was like 3 years ago now. Wow, we're really getting on in my things. That's nice. I've been hired for almost 3 months. Not 3 3 months, 3 years. So if anything, just the way the stat, like on a what should I call it? On a resume, I can put down that I would be like a mid-level because of the years I've been working here, but because I've also worked, it's basically the same idea, just a different language. I've done that for like 8 years or something, so altogether it's like 12 years or so. I'm pretty much a senior developer, but it's hard to convince people that you're any good if the team you've been working with is like you and one other person. Because you only learn so much from, you learn whatever you can learn from the person that's there teaching you. But if you have a huge team, you will have, a lot more different opinions and skills that they can, the other people can teach you. Did we go through all the squares here? Oh, that's crazy. We did 3 squares, right? I mean, they're not deep, so I mean, but I'm hoping we got enough dirt here to get us to the finish line here. All right, we probably should. This looks like about half a square, but we're chewing through it pretty quick. Yeah, that's what you say. Yeah, I've been a lone developer for 8 years. Unless you're fit right into the niche kind of programming that they do, hiring people are kind of a little bit leery. They're like, we want someone that's a little more diversified, that's done a whole bunch of other stuff. One thing they don't get, though, in that, it's like if you, like, say, hire someone straight out of school because they know a lot more languages and different things like that. One thing that you miss is they don't they don't have any like troubleshooting skills, or because when you go to like if you're a lone developer and you set up a project, you have to figure out how everything works and then get it set up properly. And then when you run into problems, you have to figure out, have some problem solving skills. And like a lot of new programmers don't have that. And so when they run into a problem, they don't know what to do. And of course, I've done all sorts of stuff. I was also an IT administrator for a long time and a tech support person. So I've like been around tech for a long time. So for me, it's 100%. This thing ain't screaming at me. Oh, because that one's at 100. Shit, we missed some. Damn it. Damn it, Gina. Alright, well. Alright, we're in the 60s. So. Means we'll be probably like 85 or something, so that'll be good. We'll come back and be full. It's exactly what I want. And you can get done with the earful I'm giving you and let your ears rest. I mean, also just my age kind of like either, depending, I guess, on the company, my age is either a benefit or a hindrance. And these days, I'm feeling like it's more of a hindrance than anything because, well, on that, and I don't speak Finnish, that's also a hindrance. I think there's quite a few other jobs I could have gotten. And unfortunately, I've never put the time in. Well, okay, when we first got here, I went through like their, I guess you could call it onboarding class or like thing for about a year. So I learned like real basic stuff. And now like I can sit and listen to a conversation and I would say understand 70 to 80% of it, maybe more depending on who it is I'm talking with and if I have any idea of the subject they're covering. But what I don't have is like conversational skills because I don't talk Finnish to anyone, so I don't really have the recall of, like in my mind I can like, okay, I understand all these words, but when I want to go back and make a sentence to say talk to someone about it, I'm like, yeah, I can't remember words. I can't word right now, especially in Finnish. So, I mean, I could sit and watch TV. Probably should do that more often or something. But like, the problem with TV is they generally talk too fast, and it's very like I have to have it really loud. I'm kind of deaf. I actually am partially deaf in one ear, so when people come by and they're like, "Wow, this is loud. Are you deaf?" I'm like, "Yeah, actually, I am." Literally. And so, and I find that the tone a lot of Finns speak with is like, unfortunately, in the area of hearing loss I have. So like they'll be speaking, and I just cannot make out one word they say because it's like it just sounds like they're muttering stuff or like mumbling. And so like you can't learn a language from when you can't understand even what they're saying. So, but I think maybe, so we've got, is it Book Beats or something? So Book Beats, I think it is, but questioning it because it's one for like all finished books, right? So you can get books in it and I read them in Finnish. And I thought, well, we're actually listening to a book. We were driving somewhere. Where was it? Anyway, can't remember where we were driving. I think we were driving home from somewhere. We started listening to a book in Finnish. And one thing about those apps is you can, speed up or slow down the voice. And so that could be one way I could probably start learning the language more. Again, it probably won't help my speech so much, but it'll definitely help me to understand and then remember words, which might help me in the long run. I don't know. We're like right at 80. Truck's kind of parked in a weird place. I guess I just parked it when I set everything up there. Normally I wouldn't park it there, but especially now that we've got another vehicle for light, I definitely don't need it over here, you know. I'll put, you know, like fiber. A couple more scoops and maybe I'll just finish out this square. And then we'll go up there and check. I mean, if everything's starting to switch, I will, or not switch, tell me that it's full. I'll buzz over to the truck and turn everything off. But I think we should have a pretty decent cleanup here. I mean, it's half the day. And so even if it was not so great, we could still recover and have a good day. But I'm sure it's going to be good. Yeah, see now. Because it was at 80. Let me jump on over here, see what we got going on. All right, yeah, I think I'm on the right track here of getting some more dirt. In the long run, we won't need too much more, but it's good dirt here. We'll just keep digging it. Although we are, like I said, almost out, but that's fine. We got a nice, good set of block. Another block of good dirt over there. I haven't highlighted all of it yet, but I think we're gonna call this good. I mean, you know, I could probably get like 3 more scoops out of there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get it all. Let us grab everything. I think we can get enough to fill it up. No reason to be hasty. Let's grab what we can. Grab it from the corner and stuff here. Still a little bit there. It's probably like, there's still 20 ounces of gold. And you're like, I don't know, there's really not much left of this wall. But if you think there's 20 ounces, I'll try to find it. Look at that, we filled it up full. This is probably the one of the few times, maybe the only time, that I'm probably going to dig up here in the waterfall area. Like I said, it's just far away. It takes quite some time to get your dump trucks going back and forth. All right, now we should get It all filled up. Ah. I'm wondering. Alright, it looks like it's all at 100, so shut her down. Whoops, not quite what I wanted to do, but just need that one. Bright enough, I think we can see everything today. Well, I'll just leave it on the ground. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we could have put them over here to cut down, but not so worried about this, I guess. Glad it's a nice day. Guess we should be doing the mats, huh? Gotta tackle two things at once here. I gotta get me the second nuggetator. That'll be the next one. Next thing we buy is a nuggetator. I'm gonna put these kind of over here further. Yeah. What do you think of that? Way over there. Oh. Think we need it down there instead. Thank you. We got these buckets to go in. I'm gonna clean this one out because I think it's just gonna be better that way. Plus, this thing already has a little bit in it. Oh, nuts. We didn't put a bucket there, so it's just sitting there wasting water, actually. Luckily, we have infinite water, but my goodness. Oh, did I leave the bucket up there? I guess I did. These only do 25, so we'll be safe. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. It's already full. I'm losing pay dirt. Oh, it went over. Shit. Oh well. That sucks. Oh, the other bucket is full. Nice. We haven't even done the the big bucket of stuff, so this is great. So we didn't bring the bucket back. Gotta not be so sloppy. It's a lot of buckets. The bucket is full. This bucket is not full. What's this bucket that's full? Okay. Dude, a lot of buckets. Oh, we really like have just barely enough buckets. Especially now that we've got like a nice full. I mean, knowing that that's full and we've got what 90%. We got 2 buckets full of dirt, dude. That's nice. And this is done, so we'll put the last bit in here. And that's gonna ding. I already know that this is good dirt because we've got 2 buckets of magnetite. Plus 13%. Well, actually more. So that bucket's full. Alright, let's go turn this off, put our mats away. Whoa, that's an overshoot. Okay, whew. Alright. So we'll take that. Let's start with this one. This will be the big one. Should make the gold go up pretty fast. Let's see, we'll stack them over here. That's got like a tiny bit in it. I think one of these in the back is also another big one. Gotta be really careful not to overfill this one. Don't know how much we lost there. Probably not a lot, but... we take all 3 of these with us. That'll be great. Get a couple upgrade. Well, we're to the last row, so we may only get 1 or 2 at the most. At the very most. We got all our mats up here. Yes, we do. We've cleared out all the gold. Or all the dirt. Yeah, we have. Alright, well. We just got buckets to put through. How nice. And we're already at 497, so yes, a very good day. Well, I guess we can put another one in. Why you gotta be like that? Why you always gotta fall? All right. I'm quite excited. 600, dude. Oh, we're about to run out. Let's put some in there. Three more bucketfuls. Nice. Yeah, it's hoping for, around 700, 800 because I was like, it's not the richest dirt that we're digging in, but it seems like it turned out to be pretty good. Like part of it is like also getting rid of that 2 meters of dirt that was on the first square. If not, this would have been kind of a bit different clean out. Well now. Stop. Ah, nuts. There we go. Put my controller down funny and it's getting all wonky. Alright, all the gold is in. Well, we'll make it to 900 at least. We probably won't make it to 1,000, but hey, I'm okay with that. This is a really good pull right here. Like for your first run in the waterfall area, maybe 950? No, probably like 940 at the most. 930, oh my gosh. 934. This is 925. Oh yeah, we had about 8. 925 ounces. That is a lot of frickin' gold, dude. Oh, let's do it. That one. Where does that put us on the leaderboard? 13th. We need... Well, now we need 600. But these have all gone up. But that's what... I mean, that's not even a full cleanup. Or like, that's not even a full double. So what I want to do here really quick is... So we dug through all of these. That's a 0. We didn't dig it at all. Well, that one's like full, but... I don't know. Okay, these all have like almost no... I mean, it's got a lot in it. It's just buried under a lot. Like, do you dig all that off? I can maybe get down to here. So barely into the gold. All right, let's get in here and go off and get some magnetite. Because we got money. Now we'll easily put like 2 or 3K. Well, that's 6. I don't know if we'll get there. Say over 2,000 ounces a day in. Like a game day, I'm saying, not like a normal day. That would be very slow if I like spent the whole day playing the game and only got 2K. Might as well give up. That's how long it's taken. You're doing something wrong. I don't know why I walked around, but 13,000. I think that's the one. The amount we need to get the biggest one, which I might do. I actually want to turn it off. So let's see, upgrade. Yeah. So that one's 6. That one's also, we need 12. Almost 13 for those. That's the big one. Actually, I was thinking of doing this one because yeah, we didn't have enough. Because now I want to do like a pretty big bar. We're at Nighthawk. Let me do the math here because, well, I don't want to get it wrong. So 9, 4, 555. Oh, what the heck? $530. So we'll just do 500. That's way too much. So 513. Yeah, 513. So yeah, we'll just smelt that much. Close enough. So I'd say 2 more full cleanups like this, or 2 doubles. We'll have all the upgrades here in the blacksmith. And then also we'll have like 3 million gold. So, well, not 3 million because we're only getting, oh, I need to get in the truck. Let's not forget that. Because we're not getting our full amount. It's kind of lame, but it is what it is. I checked. Yeah, I thought there was someone waiting. Conveyor belt hopper. We'll take it. And he's at 32, so that's pretty good, actually. Anybody need leveling? No. It's kind of a disappointment, but okay. Sign. Gonna go to the bank. Sell all. Boom. 600K. That's pretty nice. I'm just thinking what I want to do. I mean, I got to end the video here so I can get it uploaded, so I guess I'll do that. And we'll see what goes on from here. But at this point, I'd like to say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you're brand new, please subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.